I'm actually signed up. I'm going to go to a seminar, an online seminar for the next 2 days on breath work. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, maybe
Who's running it?
You remember? I don't remember. I just
okay, no problem.
I have the link in my email to connect to it.
So we worked with Shift. It used to be called, I forgot what the company was before, but basically Brian McKenzie, he talks about the physiology of breathing, nasal breathing, him and the guy, Patrick McEwen from the Oxygen Advantage. And they talk about Boteco, some of the guys that actually started this research maybe 50, 60 years ago and were like laughed at in a sense. Because everyone's like, breathing, you do it every day, you just breathe, right? But we start to realize that different, forms of breathing, where you're breathing from your stomach compared to your chest, has a bidirectional impact on your stress levels. And as you said, you're activating the vagal tone there, or the vagus nerve, and it's helping you to actually relax a lot more, right? So I'm super excited about it. So every time someone brings it up, it's like, I want to jump in and talk more about it. I found for someone who just wants to learn about it, just understand it a little bit better, the book Breath really talks about it. James Nestor, I think it came out last year or something like that. And he goes through some of the different areas of the world where it's studied. And they started off with people who are free divers, which basically diving without any oxygen, and figuring out and doing research around that stuff. So it's super cool. And it gets me going every time we talk about it, because I've seen it having an effect, and I've of course read it in the research. But I'd love to hear in the future sort of how you've implemented it, and how it's affecting some of your patients, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like to build a whole program around breathwork for COPD.
Mm-hmm. So I need you to report back after this 2-day course.
Yeah.
So aside from all this, I mean, is there anything else that you haven't spoken about that maybe you want people to know? Or because I always like to help to bring this back to people to get better, start improving on their own before they have to see some of us for something that they don't want to be having to see us for, right?
I mean, I think it's probably what a lot of us preach is just small changes. You can do it. You're not perfect. Even for people like us, we've probably, I mean, I'm speaking for both of us, but
go ahead.
we both know that a health journey is not something you learn overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep working at it. But the small changes make a big difference is what I would probably say to people is if you think, oh, that one bike ride that you get in this week isn't going to make a difference, it really does if you look at it sort of long term.
And that's what you're saying. The research was from going from nothing to up to 90 minutes a week is where the largest impact happens, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can do it.
Yeah. And you could even break it up into small 10-minute segments we found in terms of the research, right? You can break it up and your body doesn't really treat it much differently at all.
Mm-hmm. And access, I think that's the big thing is you need to figure out the plan. You need to actually write out an action plan. People think that it's something that's so looked over. People are oh, I know what I'm supposed to do, but yes, put it on paper. It will make a difference if you're able to do it, because when you see that it only takes Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings for 30 minutes on paper, it makes it a little bit easier to achieve.
Mm-hmm. And 30 minutes is, I believe, 2% of your day. So it's not a lot at all. But do you guys go through the whole SMART goals? How do you guys outline that? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we do SMART goals and then an action plan.
Mm-hmm.
So the action plan is the who, what, when, where, and why, and how do you achieve that action or the SMART goal. And then you have a scale of how ready do you feel you are to do it, and then a reflection on what went well and what didn't go well. So it's a whole process, and you need to go back in and fill out what went well and what didn't go well, because that's something called barrier planning. So you can identify them, and then you figure out a way to overcome that next time it comes up. Constantly working on that will eventually get you to change your behaviors.
Yeah. So you're saying patience is needed for this, where you're continually learning and taking the feedback from what works and what doesn't work to really inform your plan. So by the end of it, you have a plan that's specifically for you.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.